Sparkles here. You want to know what just chafes my britches? And I mean it really, really chafes my britches. I didn't want to do this today on 9/11. But I listened to some of the news today on a whole bunch of channels. And I've got to tell you, after watching Oprah's tribute to 9/11, which was beautiful, then listening to the news, I want to talk to the Senate and the House of Representatives, our Congress, who I respect for giving to the public that voted them in. And I know everybody's trying to please everybody, but we've hit an all-time low blow. I'm not even going to name all the names. I'd like to name some of the names who keep beating on everything that's happening because they're wanting to get into the presidential race. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a liberal, or a Martian. To take a man who we gave a job to, who we hired to do a job, who has given his heart and soul and guts, and not even give him a chance to speak before we start second guessing him, and then when he speaks, we cut it around into our own twist. Our congressional people are grandstanding for political gain instead of listening to a man who's over there with our soldiers. And we don't like war. None of us like war. But isn't it time that we started grandstanding against the terrorists, whether they be Al-Qaeda, Taliban, I don't care what you call them. If we put half the energy from our mouths into the terrorists, we could probably fuel half of America tomorrow. Instead of attacking Petraeus and the ambassador, they were honest. There are gains being made. It is a situation that needs stabilized. If that isn't a country with stability, it's just going to breed more terrorism. And why aren't we mad at Iran and Syria and anybody else that is allowing terrorists to be financed and bred and trained? And why are we complaining if our phone is tapped? Unless you're having phone sex, what the heck does it matter who's listening if it could save a twin tower, if it could save lives? Shameful on all of us for not being a little bit more tolerant. If we really cared about our country, we would want to participate and we would honor our soldiers. Hey, I don't agree with everything everybody does. I think the little people aren't getting a great shake. But right now, there are real problems. And we're acting like immature whiners. The Congress is beating on the general. And it's shameful the way they talk to him with disrespect. And if the Democrats at the moment get into power, are they going to want to be talked to this way? If we don't have respect now, we won't have it later. And the lives are not in vain. And what's going to happen to all the complainers if something else were to get hit tomorrow? It would be that general and his army, which is our army, would be asked to go give their lives. Hey, somebody needs to wake up. This is just really not right. I'm sorry, but I just had to speak up. That's all I got to say. Thank you for listening.